What's one of the most interesting things that you found in putting all of this together?
Yeah, I think that's one thing people will enjoy is that it's not just sort of a textbook on banking. It's really sketches about some of the CEOs and really a narrative that takes you through a lot of the drama. Probably something some people will find funny is when during the Bank of America wrangling, when they're trying to figure out what to do, when Bank of America essentially shows up and says, we're thinking of not buying Merrill Lynch, and they're like, hey, wait a second, we thought you guys were going to do that, and you really can't back out of this right now. And when you go through some of the notes that that were eventually released, Henry Paulson in his notes is kind of mad that Bank of America is forcing their hand here and says Bank of America is the turd in the punch bowl that is sort of foiling their plans to have a program to try to rescue the banking system. So that's probably one of the funnier moments. And then of course there's just all this drama that goes on where, I mean, literally at 6 a.m. in the morning, they're figuring out who's going to buy Wachovia, and then 4 days later, Wells Fargo comes back to the table and actually buys them instead of Citigroup. And there's a moment where the CEO or the chairman of Wells Fargo calls Kevin Warsh at the Federal Reserve and says, "Hey, guess what? We're going to come back with our own bid." And Kevin Warsh goes down the hall to Bernanke and says, "You're not going to believe this." And so there a whole nother long nights come up of trying to figure out what to do.